Shrek, the lovable yet misunderstood ogre that has quite literally taken over my channel over the past few videos, has also become quite the pop culture icon. I've talked about the movies and such at times, but I never really thought about Shrek as a character. On the surface level, yeah, Shrek is a story about a hated ogre learning how to embrace himself, friendship and love and all that stuff. But his story is more than just comedic moments and fairy tale twists and whatnot. It's a quite powerful tale of self-acceptance and breaking free from societal expectations, learning that being true to yourself is the most important thing. Shrek's journey is a message we all need to hear. You don't have to fit into anyone else's mold to be worthy of love and happiness. Shrek's story starts in a way many of us can relate to, feeling different and isolated, unsure about how the world perceives us. From the very beginning, Shrek's appearance defines the way others treat him. He's an ogre, a big, stupid, ugly ogre. People judge before they get to know. In the world of fairy tales, ogres are usually the villains, the stereotype that society often forces upon. We've all felt like Shrek at some point in our lives, whether we've been judged based on our appearances, our background, or the things that make us different. And for Shrek, it's not just about how he looks, but the way people treat him because of it. But Shrek's journey is a stark reminder. How others perceive us isn't nearly as important as how we see ourselves. Throughout the film, Shrek goes on a journey, not just of external adventure through dragons and many men. This is a journey of internal growth. He's forced to confront his own insecurities and assumptions about himself throughout the film. Early on, Shrek believes that if he can just be left alone in his swamp, he'll be content and happy. But that's not the whole truth. What Shrek doesn't realize is that he's been shutting himself off from the world because he's scared of rejection, knowing how people perceive him already. He doesn't think he's worthy of love or companionship because he's an ogre. He doesn't realize how alone he is. But over the course of the film, Shrek slowly starts to realize that his worth isn't defined by his appearance and that maybe, just maybe, he deserves to be loved for who he is instead of what people think of him. His relationship with Donkey, Fiona, and even the citizens of Duloc all help him start to realize that there is more to him than his outer shell. This is something we all struggle with at some point or another, whether it's our looks, our social statuses, or some other part of ourselves. It's so easy to think that we aren't worthy of happiness or love just because we don't fit a certain image. Shrek's turning point comes when he finally confesses his love to Fiona at the wedding. At this moment, he takes a step towards self-love. He opens up about his insecurities and his fear of rejection, and perhaps most importantly about his desire to be loved for who he truly is. It's a beautiful moment because it's not just about romance and love and all that, it's about vulnerability, honestly, and breaking down the walls we build to protect ourselves from hurting. And just like Shrek, we all face those moments when we have to decide whether or not we can let our guard down and truly embrace the people and experiences that come into our lives. It's easy to hide behind a facade, to act tough or push others away because we're scared. I'm guilty of doing that myself, and losing quite a lot because of it. But what Shrek's story teaches us is that love, in all of its forms, whether romantic love, family love, friendship love, is built on authenticity. And when we're brave enough to show our true selves, we often find that others will love us, flaws and all. One of the most powerful messages in Shrek is about challenging societal expectations. Shrek doesn't fit the classic hero mold. He's not handsome or charming or even good in the traditional sense. And that's exactly why he's the hero we need. He shows that we don't have to fit the mold of what society expects from us to be valuable or important. In a world that often pressures us to be someone we're not, Shrek's story is a reminder that the only person we need to be is ourselves. Whether it's in our relationships, our careers, or just our daily lives, we should never feel like we have to conform to what others think is the quote-unquote right way. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. And like Shrek, when we embrace who we are, we open ourselves up to the possibility of happiness, love, and fulfillment. In the end, Shrek's story is about the realization that true beauty doesn't lie in the outward appearances. It lies in who you are on the inside. When Fiona reveals her true form to Shrek, it's a powerful moment that says, "I love you for you," and that's enough. Shrek's journey shows us that beauty and worth are not about meeting others' standards. It's about accepting ourselves, flaws and all, and knowing that we are enough just as we are. Shrek's journey is one of the most profound in animated films. It's a story of self-acceptance, of learning to love yourself, and of rejecting the pressure to fit into a mold that just doesn't fit. We all struggle with insecurities and doubts at times, but the most important lesson Shrek teaches us is this: being true to yourself is the first step to finding true happiness. You don't need anyone's approval to be worthy of love or success. Anyway, if you enjoyed this deep dive into our glorious Shrek boy, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me which character analysis I should do next.